Hey guys, welcome to or welcome back to Penguin's Garage. Last episode, you watched me do this. That was super fun. Now, let's button up the front and get all our little checklists taken care of. Tear down process in the front. I got all the bars out of it. I'm going to add one more gusset in here. I'll show you that when we get there. I'm going to pull out these control arms. I have to weld the third link into this thing, the third link bracket. The third link itself needs to be welded in, and then I think I'm going to do a little gusset on it. I don't know. What else do we got? Steering gearbox needs to come out. I got the crossover steer on the other side out already. That is in the vise. It's right here. So we're going to start welding that guy up. After that, we have the bars welded up. I got bungs on all these. And I've misplaced the other one, but the other bar is done too. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing at the moment. So if I come across anything great, I'll start filming for you guys, but this is basically just touching up some loose ends. And then we'll get into tearing this guy here apart and welding on the high steer. We're gonna have to pull the wheel bearing to do that. We're gonna cut this in half, spread it, re-weld it, and then that'll be good there. So that's all the fun stuff we got coming up now, guys. So guys, I don't think you have to solid weld these like I did, but I'm doing it. This is what it is. Ain't gonna hurt much. Might bend it a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I'll figure it out. Alright guys, another day. You can tell it's been a long weekend because looking a little homeless, but don't really care. Not here for that. Today what we're going to be doing is the axle. I'm going to finish the axle, weld on the high steer. We're going to solid weld everything. We're going to brace the track bar bracket, and then we're going to install our hydro steer ram. After all that's built out here, I'm going to slip it back underneath the truck and done skis. There's a whole lot of miscellaneous stuff that I need to take care of on this. I have an entire checklist that I've written down, and some of it is just going to be monotonous welding. I have to weld the third link mount. I have to weld the motor mounts. I have to weld a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff. Yesterday was the same thing. I just spent the entire day welding. I welded the steering links, I welded just everything. So I don't feel the need to show you guys that stuff. You've already seen pretty much the build. So this is all the buttoning up and wrapping up stuff. I'm going to get the suspension completely taken care of on this thing, minus the front ORIs, because I'm still unsure if I want to box it or hoochie hoop it. My goal today is just basically to make this so that every night after work I don't have to pull a bunch of stuff out of the garage to get going, because right now my garage is a mess. I got a whole lot of stuff going on right now. So just trying to focus on the Tacoma for the weekend, and if I start moving things around, I'm like a little squirrel, and yeah, just like me rambling on right now. So let's do some things. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what's going on here. Basically, I need to do a lot of welding on this casting. So I'm going to take this hub bearing off so I don't cook the bearing. Show you how this comes apart. Has a lot of stuff inside of it, including this gear. So this whole gear assembly will come out. Sometimes this will get stuck in there. And then we just have a lock clip in there. Pull that out now. So this little spring clip in there. And that's that. So now we undo the 4 bolts from the back, and the bearing will come out. A little bit of rocky. And we're up. So this is a whole other seal in here. Now this is for the vacuum factory actuators. I'm not using that, so I'm not worried about it, and I'm not going to pull it apart because it would get destroyed regardless. So I have to heat this casting up to 300 degrees right here, and then weld on the high steer kit and then wrap it in a blanket. So more than likely that seal is going to get damaged, but I have manual locking hubs, so I really don't care about this seal. I care more about the structure right here. As I'm welding this up, guys, I don't love this. I'm risking overheating the ball joints, melting them. I'm risking damaging pretty much everything here, because I need to heat this up and this. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is heat this up and get all the moisture out of everything that I'm going to be welding to. Then we're going to really heat it up and get it ready to be welded. What I'm looking at here, I'm going to heat here, heat here, heat here, and then I might weld there, I might weld there. But I need to keep all this the same temperature without affecting the ball joints or anything inbound there. That's going to be the trick. I think I'm feeling confident with placement, and I'm pretty sure I'm ready to just start burning. So nothing to it but to do it, right? And guys, I do not have a infrared thermal gun. I got 99 tools, but that ain't one. So this is what I'm stuck with here. We're going to try and get it to about 300 degrees. And then we're going to start welding. Close enough. There it is. $290. Worked out pretty good, guys. So what I'm trying to do is just trap the heat in here. The back side's all open, but I just don't want this cooling too quickly, so I think that's going to work out well. Now to that side. Alright guys, so here's what we got. That bracket's on, this guy's in, welded all the way around. Just kind of letting them cool down just a little more. Over here, this is what we got. So I left a nice little root in the center, and then I weld all the way around. It's tightened to the bottom. This is within spec of where I need it, and then whatever else I need, it'll tighten in. So we start by heating this up. and then all the way around, get that nice and warm. We weld it, and then I throw a blanket over this and come down into the knuckle, like right about here. And then I put a fan on top of it to keep the ball joint cool. And the whole time I could put my hand on the ball joint, and the whole time if I put my hand under here, it would burn me. So I'd say that worked out pretty well. So let's get this one done, show you guys how I did it. So you can see the setup here, how we have air gap here, and it's trying to keep this ball joint cool. I can touch this, I can hold on to that. It's a little warm right now actually. But basically what I don't want to do is I don't want to cool down the steel here too quickly. So the ball joint is the thing I'm concerned about. So I got moving air around it, and it worked out very well on the other side. So hopefully it'll maintain good here. Alright guys, so while that's cooling, we're going to get these control arms welded up. That way they're ready to go back in. And then we're going to final weld the third mount. So what we have here, guys, is I took off the body mount. I just loosened up the nut. Got a little bit of clearance in the body here. That way I could weld the top. Now, it ain't pretty, and I'm not trying to say that it's structural, but it is there, and I did do something. So I gotta gusset and reinforce. I'll take you under there with me now. Okay, so here's the bracket. We got some weld up top, some in there. What I'm going to do to compensate for it is come off the back here, tie over into the cross member, and the same over here. And I think that'll give me what I'm looking for here. So I'll start by just doing some of that. Okay guys, it has come to my attention that I did not film as much as I thought I did. So here's the axle installed back in the vehicle. It's all painted. We have our ORI mount. I put a new diff cover on it. Ooh la la, it's a Yukon forged diff cover. The upper link is in, everything's been painted. Our high steer in and painted. I did not paint the tie rod bar yet because I still have to install the hydro. And then we have our drag link here is all painted nice. Over on this side here, we have, again, painted, welded, painted, yada yada. Here's our bracket all finished, reinforced. We got the upper plate. I did a lower plate. Over here, we have the new little piece there. Come around to the back side here, there's another piece in here that's all boxed in. You can see that. Ooh. And then we have this all solid welded. So I'm pretty confident that that's not going anywhere. Now we have lower control arms in, painted, cross member painted. Everything with the front axle is damn near finished. Just the hydro assist left, putting the brakes on and doing all that stuff. So let's show you here's what I've come up with for this bracket. So we have a little piece of metal in the front here. That's going to give us some stability down to the front part of the frame. We have a large bracket. It's welded all the way through here. There it is. So that's welded all the way to the cross member, all the way across, gusseted underneath. So that's a lot of strength right there. I think that's going to be more than enough, I hope. If there's any weak link, I'm thinking that's going to probably be my weak link. I don't want it to be, but it might be. And then over there, we got our third link all done. Nice, nice. And yeah, so I've cycled it a little bit and there's no rub marks. Not much of a gap there, but no rub marks. I'm pretty much done with this. I have the flat piece down in the bottom here that goes across and welds to the frame, and then we capped it. That should be more than strong enough. This is all 1/4 inch plate. So I didn't want to paint any of this yet because we're going to do the towers still. And I honestly, I know Brody bent those hoops over there for me, but I might do this out of plate. I might try to mimic what we had back here, because I really like the look of this. I think that looks so clean. But, you know, we'll see. So, yeah, I just figured I'd jump on here and process of editing the video. Never showed you guys all this. I did button this up. So we have the box is in and torqued. Over here on this side, I closed this in. There is a nut inside there that's welded to the actual frame. I just thought that would give it some more strength. We still have to come off and do a body mount here. Inside, it's all final welded. The hose are closed in. All that is peachy peachy. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap that one up. So guys, there is work being done on this thing. I have not touched it in 3 weeks, and I got another week that I will not be able to touch it. I leave tomorrow for Oklahoma, and I gotta go deliver a trailer. I'm gonna pick up a couple things and bring them back. So that's kind of been taking the focus of my attention. We just did the injector on the Dodge, that came up. We had to do the other truck, my buddy's Silverado there that we did the lifters in. So I've got things going on. And yeah, I do have a video, guys. The next video, it's going to be the eye booster. I've already adapted it, made it fit on the truck, wired it. All that's coming. So, and let me know if you guys are interested in doing a eye boost on any of your vehicles, because the plate that I made to go here, I am actually going to be consulting with a machine shop to have it done out of billet aluminum, and I am going to make a couple plates, one for myself, a couple to sell. If they sell, then I'll throw them into production and I'll make a bunch of them. I'm also going to, depends on how well this works, I will look into doing other years. So if you guys have a year or whatever that you want done, if you're in Southern California, you can come over. I'll design a plate, use that as a template, and then make you guys a few more of these things. That way you can adapt them to the newer Tacomas and get a little more braking performance out of them. But that's another episode. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. That'll change how many I buy as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking with me and all this shit. And I'll get better at these videos and stop forgetting to film and whatever else. But thanks for watching Penguin's Garage, guys. Catch you on the next one.